Hi my friends, I hope you are all doing great and thank you so much for joining me tonight, this evening. If you remember, in my previous video we were talking with you about Lithuania, more deeply about the Soviet past of this country. Also we spoke about Vilnius as the capital of the country, but today I want to show you, to present to you my list of best restaurants in Vilnius in Lithuania, which in my opinion really good, and if you visit it you will definitely love it. So let's speak about it. Also in the middle or at the end of this video I will share my opinion in terms of restaurants here in Belarus and in Lithuania. What are the differences, where it's better or worse maybe, let's speak about it as well. And I hope in general you love the atmosphere which I created here for this video today. I got my beautiful microphone and also I have this sink which, you know, making such a nice sound of boiling water with oil. I got it actually from Emirates in my previous working trip to Dubai, so I really love it. And yeah, let's start our video. Let's speak about Vilnius, Lithuania. And first, what I should tell you, I have been to Vilnius really many times. I always had Schengen visa before pandemic, so I was coming to Vilnius just like for vacations many times. I have stayed in many hotels like Radisson Blu, both of them, Hilton Garden Inn and some others. And I think it's also really good hotels. Also when I just, after the university I was staying in apartments, it was also safe, no problem. But during pandemic, I think many things have changed, also in Belarus and Lithuania, in your country, and especially restaurants here is like #1, which was actually under pressure during this time. So of course for me it was important to double check the situation, because you know, the restaurants which I liked before might be, you know, already closed or whatever. So I was researching in advance before I went to Lithuania. And one restaurant really catched my eye because of the story of the chef. So the man, he was born in India, in Goa, but he has Portuguese grandparents, and basically they made his main influence on the way how he prepared his meals. And they were telling to him that there is like just one small tiny thing which you can add to your meal and it will change completely everything, and the person will never forget your meal. And also he was educated at Le Cordon Bleu in London. So the name of the restaurant is Gaspars and the name of the chef is Gaspar Fernandez. So when I just went inside of the restaurant, I felt how it was cozy, you know, nice colors, warm. The staff was really taking care of me, and they were really polite, so I really enjoyed the atmosphere, first of all. And then I was thinking, okay, I really like masala tea, let's ask if they have it here. And they had it. The waiter opened the menu of all the teas, and it's really, you know, excellent selection of best quality tea. So if you're a tea lover, Gaspar's restaurant is #1 recommendation for you in Vilnius. It was really amazing. The taste was amazing. I really love it. Who does not know masala tea? It is like a spicy tea with milk inside, very tasty. And then for the starters, I got lentil soup just because I love it as well, and also tartar, beef tartar. All was really very good, very delicious, very nice presentation. But then the chef of the restaurant appeared and we started to talk, and then he presented for us one starter from his tasting menu, and it was a scallop with sea urchin sauce.
That's one of the dishes from yesterday's tasting menu, yes, which is a scallop coming from Canada that is roasted in a pan and then finished on the grill with a little bit of spiced vindaloo glaze. It's a little bit more spicy, a little bit more vinegary, lots of garlic, ginger. We have some fresh crab meat from a Scottish crab, lightly spiced and seasoned. Crispy potato crisps, a little bit of oyster leaf, and on the bottom is a sauce made from uni. Uni from Iceland. So we get the uni and we make a little sauce from it.
This is really amazing, and the taste was simply, I don't know how to say, but it was like really very delicious. So if you have a chance to order a tasting menu at this restaurant, I highly recommend you to do that. You will never regret, and it will be your really best experience in Vilnius in terms of food. And then for the main course I got a curry rice with chicken and also with shrimps. So it was also very good. And then for the dessert I ordered a lemon cake, like a crushed. Also, I can tell you that that was the best dessert which I ate this time in Vilnius. It was really very delicious. So you can easily order it, you will never ever regret. And at the end of the day we paid for 2 people 72 euro. So it's quite, I would say, European price. In Belarus I think it would cost of course less, but we're in Europe, so of course, this is my probably #1 for your recommendation. For me, it was the best gastronomic experience exactly at this restaurant. It was really best, and I was happy to meet Gaspar personally. He's really, you can see, he's very talented, very inspired man. So yeah, it's really nice. And later he just got, when we were still eating, he got this sea urchin fresh. So he was showing to us, bringing it. It was really, I never seen like this, you know, on the plate. So it was nice for me as well. So yeah, that is my first recommendation for you, Gaspars Restaurant, perfect for a special occasion, for Saturday, Friday evening. They also have a lunch menu, so all this you can do at Gaspars. And let's move to the next one. I should be honest with you, I really love meat. All my childhood I had access to really best meat, freshest, really tasty. So I know what is good, what is not. And yeah, if you're just like me, please come to our next restaurant on the list. It is Meat Lovers. And of course, from the name you can understand which kind of meals you should order here. Everything what is connected to meat. And what I should say about the place is that I also really liked the atmosphere. It was all, how to say, very cozy, very nice colors, you know, warm, really pleasant lighting. And what I also really liked is that the portions were really big. So please don't order so much, because later you will be not able to eat all of it. And the total bill was also the same actually like at Gaspars, around about 70-73 euro. So I would say this is really a perfect place for romantic dinner, for a special also occasion in general for you. I think it's a really good choice, and I loved food very much. It was very, very delicious. So come to Meat Lovers. Okay, now I will share with you something very personal. I don't know how many of you know or aware that my grandpa, he was from Uzbekistan. And because of that, of course, for me it's normal, you know, Uzbek pilaf. I know how it should taste, because many times relatives were coming to us and they were bringing all the special spices, rice, nuts. They cooked, you know, pilaf all the time. Also a special kind of, I remember, salad with tomatoes. It was really excellent. I love it very, very much. And also actually my granddad, his name was Taji. He was also a very hospitable person, I think due to his culture. And actually also Vyacheslav from Cool Vision YouTube channel. I think many of you know him. I don't need even to present him, because his channel is really big, like really big. So he is also right now in Tashkent, as I can see, together with his colleague, another one YouTuber. So he also enjoys a lot the country, and I also plan definitely to come to Tashkent, and just to see, to travel around is definitely my plan. So the reason why I tell you this, because the next restaurant in my list is gonna be a restaurant of Uzbek and similar cuisines named Kinza. Actually, this place was also recommended to me by local people. It was like #1. They were saying it's really perfect for just a lunch, you know, or for a dinner, you know, big dinner, because it's not like, I don't know how to say, like super high level restaurant, but it's definitely good. The food was excellent. Again, very big portions, very tasty. And also there is a separated room where you can smoke shisha. And also you can sit in Uzbek way if you like it. It's more like a dark room. I think it's also quite cool. And yeah, the prices are average. I think we paid also something like 50 euro for 2 people. So yeah, it's really good option, I think, just to eat, enjoy this more like Uzbek kind of cuisine. I remember when I have been to Istanbul, and I was quite often on Istiklal Street, and many times I suddenly got hungry, you know, because all of the smell, you know, and everything. But, you know, when you are in the middle of touristic zone, you always think, okay, if you come here or there, it might be overpriced, or, you know, it will be not tasty. So that's why in Istanbul I was always going to Mado on Istiklal Street, and it was always good. But if you have the same situation in Vilnius and you walk around Old Town, you don't know really where to go, then here my recommendation for you. The Grey Restaurant is a very modern, very nice restaurant with really fair prices, excellent quality, again very big portions. And here exactly you can taste a national cuisine. Actually, Lithuanian cuisine is quite similar to Belarusian. It's more kind of healthy way of food. Maybe Turkish people, Arab people will not so much love it, but as for me it's better because I feel better after such kind of food. So here exactly you can taste cepelini, which I mentioned in my previous video where we were talking about Lithuania, and it was also very tasty. So if you're just curious, you want to try, taste, please do that at the Grey Restaurant. And also here I ordered a dessert. I don't remember the name because at the moment I can see on my videos the bill was in Lithuanian, I think, language, so I could not understand, but you can see on the video. And I really like to order desserts which are warm, so this is exactly the case. Inside was some kind of fruit with kind of how to say, like a cake inside. On the top was ice cream, also very delicious. I think number 2 for me from all the desserts which I ate this time. Very good choice. I recommend you as well. And our total bill was for 2 people around 50 euro. Also quite nice, I think. And let's move to kind of exclusive restaurant in Vilnius. I will put somewhere here the name because it's really hard for me to pronounce. I can't remember that. Even Lithuanian language, I think, quite similar to Belarusian. Still, this is out of my mind. So please read it, and again I will put a link under the video so you can find it. So this place, to my mind, will be really enjoyed by girls because, you know, the presentation of the dishes are very unique, very original, looks really cool and nice. So it will be kind of chic for Instagram pictures, I guess. And also I saw that locals were enjoying cocktails and wine at this restaurant, so I think they have a good selection here as well. But at the same time, here we paid the highest bill. It was around about 90 euro for 2 people. And the restaurant itself has kind of, I would say, Asian atmosphere. It was like very dark, very simple decoration. But they serve more like European type of food. So this restaurant, come if you want a special dinner. This is a place for you. And since I have many followers on my channel also from India, for you I found something special in Vilnius as well. The name of the restaurant is Blue Lotus. Here they serve Indian cuisine and Asian at the same time, so it's like 2 in 1. You can choose from both cuisines your favorite meal, but I personally recommend you to order here Indian cuisine because the chef is from India. And it was exactly this place where I first time in my life tasted mango lassi. I really love it so much. Now I want to come to India. So yeah, it's also in my list at the moment. And yeah, for the main course we ordered, of course, this bread, kulcha, if I'm correct, yeah, kulcha, Indian, and also curry rice with chicken and shrimps. I love it. Everything was really tasty, really good, and we paid for 2 people something like 50 euro bill. And if you also love very much seafood, then a good choice for you in Vilnius will be Gaspars Restaurant. So they specialized on seafood, exactly. And I think it's a good option for just a kind of, you know, Saturday evening to meet with your friends. It's quite noisy place, so I think it's gonna be nice. There is a bar area where you can get a cocktail. It was definitely good food, fresh fish, everything was very nice, so why not? Good place to meet your friends, I think. Yeah, this is the best. And the restaurant where the chef hasn't changed for 15 years, named Bistro 18. It's also located in an old town, and what you must order here is a tomato soup. I think it's really the best tomato soup which I have ever ate, so please order it and you will enjoy very much. Also the restaurant itself is built in like a style of a wine cellar, quite nice. And at the restaurant they also sell I think it was Belgian chocolate, so I think it's a good option when you, for example, the last day when you fly out and you need to eat somewhere your lunch, and then to grab some, you know, desserts for your friends or for your family at home. I think this is a good option, really. And yeah, we paid for 2 people something like 50 euro. In general, yeah, it was tasty, was also good. I think more like kind of romantic place or to meet with your colleagues. I think it's a good option as well. So guys, it was my list of favorite restaurants in Vilnius, Lithuania. If you have your own restaurants which you think was really nice in Vilnius, please share with us in comments under this video. And any kind of support like likes, subscription, you know, super thanks or sponsorship, all of this would be really great and helpful for developing of the channel. And as I promised you previously, I will make like an overlook at the restaurant sphere in Belarus and in Lithuania. We're gonna speak, of course, specifically about Vilnius and Minsk. Well, both are very strong, I should say. The main disadvantage in Minsk is that you can't find so many varieties as in Vilnius. Like, for example, you can't find a good Indian restaurant in Minsk. There is a small cafe. It's also very nice, very good, but it's like, you know, like a cafe more. Yeah, it's owned by Indian family here in Minsk. Before, like maybe 10 years ago, in Minsk was existing Indian restaurant named Taj Mahal. I have been there, but it was not very good, and of course it was closed in like a few years. after. And in Vilnius, yes, you can really find different kind of cuisine, many options. But of course, in Vilnius, prices are quite, higher. I expected that it will be not so high for food. So yeah, in Minsk you pay definitely less, even sometimes for better quality. Also, I should say that in Belarus, restaurants in Minsk, restaurants are very clean, very well, they take care of it, like paintings, everything is really nice, the decoration, like there is nothing broken or stuff like that. All the seats will be clean. This is also the toilets. This is, I think, also the advantage. And all the tourists who have been to Belarus, who shared with me, they all named Belarus, Minsk, like a food paradise, especially guys who were coming from America, some European countries as well. And just a couple of things which I think I forgot to mention in my previous video in general about my trip. It was funny because in Vilnius I really felt everywhere like I was feeling cold, not only outside but also inside, at the hotel, at all the restaurants. I think this is a result of this gas crisis, yeah. In Belarus this is not the case. Everywhere here is really warm, in apartments, in supermarkets, in restaurants, at hotels, at offices, everywhere, really warm. So that was like, for me, like suddenly I felt this on myself. Then another thing what I really liked, that after being in Belarus, you can see the difference in the way how guys look like. They are really handsome in Lithuania. So I was enjoying to look around. And again, if you would ask me where I was staying in Vilnius, it was Hilton Garden Inn Hotel. And it's located in a city center close to the old town. It's quite fresh hotel. They were opened just before the pandemic. And I was staying there exactly after their opening. And the interesting thing that they really stayed, all clean, no damage, so something like that. So the hotel is really in a nice condition. I really liked the breakfast also, it was very tasty. Yeah, and very cozy, nice rooms, very, a very comfortable bed, and also the noise cancelling. Yeah, it was very, like, you can't hear your neighbors, which was also very nice, I think. And the taxi which I was using, it's Bolt, so you can get this application just before you come to Lithuania to be ready. And the prices for taxi was slightly higher than in Minsk, so it was also actually positively surprised. The other thing, when I was going back already from Lithuania, it was, I think, Wednesday, and exactly on this day, the next day basically, in Lithuania was a bank holiday. So many Lithuanian people were crossing the border in the same way by car. They were coming to Belarus, enjoy, because they also, as I mentioned in my previous video, they don't need to open visa till the end of this year. So really many Lithuanian people, they were coming to Belarus to enjoy. I thought would be not so much, but it was like really many cars with Lithuanian numbers. So they also enjoyed Belarus here. And one more thing which I really wanted to share with you, I was really surprised. The chef of Gaspars Restaurant, he is married with Belarusian lady. I think it's quite cool, because doesn't matter all this politics and everything, still people, of course, by being so close to each other, we are neighbors, of course such kind of marriages and the communication is happening. So it's really nice. So my friends, thank you so much for watching me today. Thank you for joining me this evening. Any kind of support for my channel would be appreciated. Thank you so much, and see you in my next video.